Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to episode 3. Today I have with me Psyche. So if you want to tell a little bit about yourself.
Um, Play a no mage on the Winterhoof server. Basically, spend the majority of my time working towards achievements that I don't already have, and trying to convince other guildmates to do that.
And the last I checked, you actually had cleared the 10,000 point mark, right?
The armory does show me over 10,000, but I'm actually at let's check. I'm at 9930. And I think that's because when I faction changed to join this guild, I lost 100 or so points that I had at the Argent tournament for the dailies, and now I'm on the way of like getting those points back.
So I was having a discussion with Seraphim the other day about kind of gamer mentalities and how people approach games and kind of what they look to get out of them and whatnot. And I think there are definitely some people that, going for achievements and farming those points and doing that kind of thing just doesn't quite make sense to them. So let me just at least get your kind of personal desire. Why is it that you try to get, as many achievement points as possible? I mean, what's the sort of reward for you that makes you enjoy doing it? And certainly, I mean, I imagine there are some achievements that you really just hated doing, and really the satisfaction was just that you had done it.
With a lot of the achievements, it seems that they're basically pointless. Like, for example, like the one where you need to go around and slash hug a bunch of different critters. It's more of just a thing to say, hey, I've done this, and sort of compare to see how much time you've invested into your character. Sort of like a paint job on a car, just something to look nice. And there's some achievements where you get rewarded with it, with titles and mounts and that sort of thing. So that's always a little bonus to want to go for those.
So looking at your achievement list, it looks like the ones, I mean, you've maxed out actually several of these categories: reputation all but 2, world events all but 2, exploration, general quests, etc., etc. So it looks like the two, that you're still kind of working on are PvP and dungeons and raids. So are there any particular aspects of either of those that have caused you great frustration?
Um, I remember with a lot of the PvP achievements, I always wanted to do those. I was never good at arena, so I still don't have those. I still haven't gotten a title for arena yet. But the thing with battlegrounds that I really enjoyed was taking like a skilled group of just 5 or 10 others and trying to go for some of the like the 4 caps and the alt-track blitz and those sort of things. So I'd probably say one of the ones that I tried for a lot was the Arathi Basin 1600 to 1590, and I've probably went through quite a lot of games before I just randomly picked the achievement up when I was in a pug. So it was sort of like bittersweet when I finally got it, because I'd spent all this time investing dedicated groups for it and just never got it.
So what did you do before the achievement system came out?
Before achievements, it was basically just trying to collect some of the rare mounts and going back and building the old tier sets, just something to do. But when achievements came out, it was like, this is what I want to do.
So I think, particularly for kind of the category of role-playing games, that there's a couple, ways that people approach them and what is it that they want out of them. And, for example, I like to make, a lot of alts and whatnot. And for me, the fun of playing a lot of games, console, whatever, is the getting powerful, as, not so much about like being powerful. And presumably doing achievements is not particularly related to either one. So I mean, when you play other games, I mean, what kind of, I guess, gamer would you describe yourself as? Or is WoW pretty much it? I mean, are you a gamer outside of this?
Outside of this, I think since I've been playing WoW and gotten into some fairly hardcore raiding, I don't really touch console games at all anymore. Um, I do I do occasionally switch over and I'll play Call of Duty 4, and now with the release of Modern Warfare 2, I'll play that just as sort of something to switch my focus on. And it's nice to play those sort of games too. But for the most part, it is just WoW.
Is there a particular achievement that you are very, very proud of having, I guess, other than the insane title, obviously, but is there another, maybe not like a meta achievement, but just one that, you really went for that took you, either it was just really cool to get it, or it took you so many hours to get it that you were so finally happy to have it done? I mean, is there just one in particular that stands out to you as like, yes, I've, I've got it?
I think I think one of the most fun achievements would be the Glory of the Ulduar Raider 25 player, because my realm was less progressed than others, but still enough to keep its own ground on its own, on like server progression. And I went away from BlizzCon and for this year's or last year's BlizzCon, and I ended up missing out on a few of the achievements. I think they ended up getting One Light and Freya Three Tree while I was gone. So I was able to come back and on these bosses that we were spending all this time in the PTR with, and it was like the first, hard mode bosses other than Sarth or something like that. I just really enjoyed finally getting the Ironbound along with everyone else in the guild. And it was just a nice moment, because everyone in the guild had been working extremely hard to farm out these hard modes, and I personally still enjoy Ulduar as my favorite instance so far. I started at like the end of Burning Crusade, and I had a lot of fun with Karazhan, but I think Ulduar tops it.
All right. Well, that's all the time I've got for this particular week's episode. So thank you for joining me, and thanks for chatting.
Thanks for having me.